I blew up on YouTube and it changed my life. Yes, you heard that right. Only a year or two ago, I was not even on YouTube. I was not on social media. I did not do anything with YouTube or social media. But as soon as I got up here and did it the right way, I blew up, and I'm gonna tell you how. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm gonna share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly side of blowing up on YouTube. I'm gonna share with you how I deal with the bad and how you can turn that bad into good. And I'm gonna share with you my big secret to incredible growth. So let me first tell you about this whole YouTube thing. I never thought this was possible. I never in a million years would have thought that I would have over 200,000 subscribers in less than a year. Essentially, I started off on YouTube in the end of 2019. I was just kind of putting out a few videos a week. And then in 2020, I decided to get a real company to produce my videos. And I started producing content and dropping content on YouTube every single weekday. So just Monday through Friday. So I went from posting, a video or two per week to putting a video out every single weekday, and I completely blew up. And I'm gonna share with you all of what went into that and some of the crazy stuff that happened along the way. So first, let me say, when I came on to YouTube, I did not expect to blow up, but I did expect to have some success. So I'm not gonna pretend to you and tell you that I'm completely surprised that people watch my videos and that people subscribe to my channel and all of that other stuff, because that would be a lie. Obviously, I made these videos, I'm putting this content out here, I'm speaking, I'm putting myself out here. I wanted people to consume it and watch it and like the videos. However, I never expected that so many people would start liking the channel so fast. I never expected of all of these other things that I'm gonna tell you about that came later and all of the opportunities that is created. And I also did not expect some of the bad. So I'm gonna get into the bad part because there's some bad stuff before I tell you the good. On second thought, I'm gonna tell you the good before I tell you the bad, because the truth of the matter is Noel is a very positive person. I'm a very happy person, and things really work out for me. And that's probably the reason why my channel is successful. So I'm not gonna tell you the bad, although I said that I would. But I think that's probably one of the reasons why other people are not successful on YouTube and why I was successful. I did not come up here with any negativity. I did not come up here bashing anyone. I did not even come up here saying I'm different than this person and comparing myself to other people. I just came up here with a positive attitude to share what I had been through, share my knowledge, share my experience, and share my content in the most positive way possible to bring value to you watching this or listening to this. I never came with any other intention besides that. And so good things have happened to me because of that good intention that I set. And let me tell you some of those good things, because there's only just a few bad things, and I'm gonna save that crap to the end. So I blew up on YouTube, and what does that really mean? That means more money. That is like the best part of this whole thing. When I blew up on YouTube and when this channel really became successful, it really did equate to more money. I get ad revenue from YouTube and Google AdWords and people wanting to sponsor and endorse my videos, and they pay me to make some content. Most of them I say no to, just being honest. I get a lot of businesses, companies, influencers, products, brands, all of these people reaching out asking me to sponsor their content or speak about their company, and I have really chosen not to do that. But I have made way more money on YouTube because YouTube does ads and they share the ad revenue with me. So the money has been way more than I expected. Like I said, when I came onto YouTube and I started, I was getting like $100 or $200 a month. And then when I started spending like $8,000 a month making these videos, YouTube was only giving me like $1,000 in ad revenue. So it was definitely not this big money making thing. However, all of the people that saw my content and wanted to work with me, they started reaching out in droves. I started getting so many people downloading my stuff, calling the office, wanting to work with me, wanting to be an investor, wanting to take my classes, wanting to come to my events, just blowing up, people wanting to actually meet me in person and learn what I had to teach. So it has been way more money. At the time of me making this video, YouTube pays me about $40,000 a month, and that is just YouTube. I literally make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, all from YouTube, all from people watching the content, consuming my books, listening to my podcast, buying my products, coming to my events, buying tickets. I could really just go on and on and on, but it really has been such an opportunity to make so much more money, and it has really been worthwhile. Another great thing about all of this has been more popularity. And I know how to turn popularity into profits. So it's been really awesome for me. So being on YouTube and the channel blowing up has led to so much more popularity that I never even knew I could have. Really being honest with you, I knew more people would know my name. I knew I was putting myself out there, but I never in a million years expected that there would be athletes, celebrities, wealthy sharks and all these other people just coming to work with me and knowing my name and knowing who I was. I can tell you the first weirdest experience was when I was in the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. And like I said, I have my YouTube videos. At one point, I was flying to Utah to have them filmed. And I was going to the airport, of course, once every 3 weeks or whatever to go film my videos. And probably after like the 6th month, someone in the airport recognized me. I absolutely could not believe that. I just never in a million years thought that I would meet a person. There's billions of people in the world. And to be able to see somebody at the airport, and I had a mask on, say, Noelle? And I turn around and they're like, Noelle, I watch your channel. That's Noelle. And they were with a girl. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. So popularity has really been different for me and something that I had to get used to, especially because I'm kind of a private person, and as bubbly and outgoing as I seem here, I really am. I have a lot of anxiety about people coming close to me and touching me and stuff like that. So I don't know where that comes from, but I'm not a big crowd person. I'm not a person that, is used to a lot of people being around me that I didn't create. I'm used to having only the kids that I made around me. So having strangers and people that I don't know was really different, but it was actually really amazing. Most of the people have given me really positive responses. It's been absolutely amazing, but the popularity has been awesome in most ways. Another awesome thing that changed when I came on YouTube and that, literally changed in my life was, like I said, the sponsorships and the endorsements. So like I said, more money, YouTube sending me more money, popularity, people seeing me in the airports and recognizing who I am and things like that. But now, because I am more recognized and I've blown up, more brands, businesses, and things like that have been reaching out to me, and that has been a boom for money. There's a lot of products that I say no to, like I said, but there's been some great relationships and partnerships that I've created and some brands that I love and deal with and companies that I deal with that I've been really happy to promote. And so that has been really awesome. And now there's been some brands that you would never expect that have reached out to me, and I am going to be a brand ambassador, endorser, whatever you want to say for those products. So more of those videos to come. You'll start to see some really big names and some names that really have surprised me. But when that content comes out, obviously I've signed a non-disclosure agreement. But when that content comes out, you will see, and I'm sure your mind will be blown that a regular person that just does real estate, does Airbnbs and has a little money doing that has attracted some of these really big companies. But it's possible, and it's possible for you too. More clients. Like I said, with all of the popularity and all of the things, I have gotten so many students, so many clients, actually even more than we can even handle, to the point we now have a whole call center in Utah where we have people helping to reach out and talk to some of the people that have questions, that need coaching, that want to do strategy sessions, just the whole nine. So YouTube blowing up has changed my business because now I have so many more students, so many more clients, so many more guests at my events. So that has been an amazing change, and it has been absolutely amazing for my business. And it's really thanks to YouTube. So let's get to the bad. there's been one kind of bad thing that has come along with all of the newfound fame on YouTube and me blowing up. And that has been obviously some of the trolls. I get a lot of people that have said some really mean things and they will type some really crazy stuff in the comment box. We've had a lot of people spamming, people making fake Noel Randall accounts and trying to be me and present themselves as me and my company. And that has been really crazy and something really unexpected that almost me and my team really were not prepared for. You know, obviously we had a company, we had security, but we've had people try to break into our course. We've had people spamming our accounts. We have people making fake accounts with my name, my picture. We have people calling people saying that they're me. We have a lot of people pretending to be me in order to gain your attention and sell themselves to you as me. And so that has been really hard to deal with. And one of the things that I've had to navigate that has really scared me and changed my life. And also people coming to find me. So like I said, it's super cool if I see you in the airport and you say, hey, Noel, and we talk. But I've had some really crazy stuff happen where people have, found, the office address and come up to the office and asking for me to help them, buy them a house, buy them a car, like Oprah style, like really help them out. And although I am a really giving and caring person, that has really freaked me out in some cases. So if you're watching this, please don't do that. But that has been one of the bad sides of blowing up on YouTube that you really do have to be careful about. Obviously, I'm showing you my real face. I'm a real person, and that does make me more vulnerable to people knowing who I am. If they see me on the street, they could really just come up to me and say anything or do anything. And so that has been a little bit weird, but for the most part, like I said, I'm a positive person. I'm giving value. I'm optimistic. I set good intentions every morning, so good really only comes to me. Nothing terrible or bad has happened, but there's been a couple of scary moments. So let's talk about how you can do all of this too, because that is the most important thing that I have learned in me blowing up on YouTube is that this is not just for Noel. Noel Randall is not the only person that could blow up on YouTube. What it taught me and what I realized is that we all have a lot of value. We do things really well. There are so many people that I meet every single day that know things. They have this expertise. They have this knowledge. They have a great heart. They are a heart-centered entrepreneur, meaning they're heart-centered and they want to help. And that has been an amazing thing, meeting all of these people and knowing that they could come onto YouTube and blow up also. So if you're thinking about getting on YouTube, I strongly suggest you do it. Make good content, share your gifts, share your content, and be consistent. So I have created an entire book just for you, and you can get this book absolutely free. Over my time in real estate, how I made all of my money mostly was through real estate, and I have written a book called Real Estate Millionaire Secrets, and I am giving this book away absolutely free. You just pay for shipping. All you have to do is go to noellsfreebook.com. That's Noel, Noelles, Noel's Free, Free book, BOOK.com. Again, noellsfreebook.com. I've poured my heart into this book, making sure that I'm telling you and sharing you everything, giving you checklists and worksheets, and so that you can be successful in this too. I want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noel, to your success.